Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to solve two problems for you. And each problem I'm going to solve using 3 different methods. This is for review for your quiz tomorrow, so you can decide which way is best for you. So method number 1 is improper. The problem I'm going to be doing is 3 1/6 minus 2 2/3. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this problem 3 times. Each time I do it, it's going to be a different method. So I'm going to do it right here. 3 1/6 minus 2 2/3. What I'm going to do is 6 times 3 equals 18 plus 1 equals 19. 19 over 6, which is here, the denominator does not change, minus, okay, 3 times 2 equals 6 plus 2 equals 8. So now I have 8 minus 3. Okay, now that I have that, I have to get my, now that I have it this way in this form, now I can do my 3 steps. Find the lowest common multiple. So I'm going to do 6 and 3. 6, 12, and 3, 6. Oh, I see they have 6 in common. So I know that is going to be something over 6 minus something over 6. So I'm going to do 19 over 6 equals something over 6, and then 8/3 equals something over 6. So all I'm doing is this is where I'm trying to change to equivalent fractions. So how did 6 become 6? Times 1. 19 times 1 equals 19. So that didn't change. How did 3 to 6? 3 times 2 equals 6. So 8 times 2 equals 16. Now, because I have equivalent fractions, I can subtract. 16 take away 19, that would be 3. So I get 3 over 6. I need to do my GCF. 3 and 6. 1 and 3. 1 times 3 equals 3. That's all I have right there. 1 times 6. 2 times 3. They both have 3 in common. So I'll put it right here. 3, 6. Divide by 3 equals 1. And 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So that is my answer, 1/2. Okay? When you do this method, you don't have to be borrowing, you don't have to do any regrouping, you don't have to do any of that, because what you're doing, it is, like for example, if you are using money, say $1.40, it is like you're taking $1.40 and you're putting it all into dimes. Okay? So then that means you don't have to be borrowing, regrouping, you don't have to do any of that. So the next method I'm going to show you is drawing it out. Okay, same problem. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 is for the whole number. I'm going to draw one more. I'm going to color that in. Okay, so now you want to color all these in too, because you have those. That's what you have. Minus 2. And it says 2/3. Okay, so we talked about this. And we talked about a part does not always equal a part. The parts need to equal the same. Remember the other day we were talking about money, and I had somebody's money, and we talked about how a dollar bill is made out of paper, and then I tried to trade for a math worksheet, and it wasn't working. Even though the math worksheet and the dollar bill are both papers, they don't have the same value. So these here don't have the same value. So the problem is we have to change these to have the same value. And I know that if 3 times 2 equals 6, so if I split this in half, now I have 6, I have 6 right here versus thirds. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 sixths. Okay, so now my problem looks like this: 3 and 1/6 minus 2 and 4/6. Okay, because I have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I already know that I have 4/6 I need to take away, and they only have 1/6. So I'm going to need to change this into, sorry, I was going to try to draw it the same way, but I broke it in half. I broke it in half and then split it. So now I have really 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 6 minus 2 and 4/6. Okay, so they had 4 here and I only had 1, so that's why I had to break this down. So now I can take 1 here, 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 1 here. Okay, I've taken all my fractional parts away. Whole, take away, take away, take away, take away. Now all I have left is 1, 2, 3. Here, let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in. I'm sorry. So now I have 3 6. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 6, and I do my GCF like I did above. I get 1/2. Okay. I'm going to show you the other method. The last method is the standard method. Where did that go? I'll just use this. So 3 is standard. 3 and 1/6 minus 2 and 2/3. So what I'm going to have to do here is, first I'm going to have to find my GCF. 6 and 3. 3, 6. Oh, I know they both have 6 in common. So I'm going to have 3 something over 6 minus 2 something over 6. 1/6 equals something over 6. And 2/3 equals something over 6. Okay, how did 6 get to be 6? Times 1. So 1 times 1 equals 1. How did 3 become 6? Times 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Okay, if you look back on your regrouping notes here, it says mark out your whole number, subtract 1, that is your new whole number. Step 2, your denominator does not change. And step 3, add your denominator and numerator together to get your new numerator. So, if I go here, because I cannot take 4 from 1, so here I'm going to do it down here so you can see easier. 3 and 1/6 minus 2 and 4/6. So mark out your whole number, subtract 1, you get 2. Add your numerator and denominator together. 6 plus 1 equals 7. Now I can do this. 7, take away 4, equals 3. Denominator stays the same. 2 minus 2 equals 0. When I do the GCF, I know I get 1/2. Remember with the GCF chart over here, we did it there. Okay, so next what I'm going to do, remember you can always pause this video whenever you need to. Next I'm going to do 4 3/4 minus 2.5. Okay, so first method, improper. If you want, you can try to solve this problem with all 3 methods, and then you can push play and see if you're right. So I'm going to do it down here, 4 3/4 minus 2.5. 4 times 4, 4 times 4 equals 16, plus 3 equals 19 over 4, minus 2 times 2 equals 4, plus 1 is 5. 5 over 2. I cannot subtract yet because I do not have common denominators. So, if I do my LCM, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I already know something in common. My LCM is 4. So I'm going to do something over 4 minus something over 4. 19, 4 equals something over 4, and 5 over 2 equals something over 4. 4 times 1 equals 4, so 19 times 1 equals 19. And 2 times 2 equals 4, so 5 times 2 equals 10. Okay? I'm going to get, when I do 19 minus 10, I get 9 over 4. That is improper. So, I'm going to do 4 on the outside, 9 there, 2, remainder 1. So my answer is 2 1/4. Okay? And I know because it's 1 over 4 that it is in simplest form. Okay? Next method is draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. Okay, so if you want to color these all in, you can. So I cannot take this from there, but I know that if I break this in half, I now have 4. So now that I have 4s, 1 away here, 1 away here, 1 away here, 1 away here. I'm going to go ahead and circle that. Now I just need to take my whole numbers. 1 for 1, 2 for 2. I've given all my bottom out, so now I have 2 1/4. Okay? And then the last one is standard. 4 3/4 minus 2 1/2. Because I've done this problem, I already know that I have to get common denominators. So I'm going to get 4 something over 4 minus 2 something over 4. How did 4 get to become 4? Times 1. So 3 times 1 equals 3. How did 2 become 4? Times 2. So 1 times 2 equals 2. I have common denominators. I can subtract now. Can I take 2 from 3? I can't, so I don't have to do any borrowing. I get 1. Denominator stays the same. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Okay? I will tell you tomorrow on your test or on your math quiz, you do not have any problems where you have 3 fractions adding together or subtracting together. You are only going to have 2 fractions per problem, if that makes sense. So here we had 2 fractions, so that's all you're going to have to do. I will tell you there are 2 addition, 2 subtraction problems. One of the subtraction problems does have you borrowing or regrouping, and one of the subtraction problems you do not have to borrow. Okay, you can use whatever method you want on the test, as long as you have your work to prove it in order for me to see that you know what you are doing. A good method for you to practice would be you could try to practice solving some of these problems, and I will give you the answers tomorrow. Come with any questions.